Alright guys, I got Goro out here at the park. We're going to do some walking around. He's really still feeling it because Jade's gone. I think it's just out of boredom. I know he misses her, but he cries a lot at night. He whines a lot. I think he's just bored. I'll go out to where he's at, and he'll basically be laying there with his head between his paws and his paws on the side of his face, where his all the way to the end of his muzzle, and he's just got his head down. I'll pet him and I see his eyes moving around, but he won't move around that much. So oh man, still thinking about getting another dog. Just don't know yet exactly what route I'm going to go with that. You know, there's a couple of things I've been looking into. One of the dogs I had looked into was a golden retriever. These people that breed champion retrievers, they have a 3-year-old female for sale, and she is an international champion, and she has been raised in the house all of her life and around other animals and rabbits. And she's house trained, leash trained, crate trained. And when they went to the vet, the reason they're selling her is because they went to the vet to get her health checkup on her hips and all kinds of different things. And the vet found that she had a grade 1 heart murmur. So heart murmurs in dogs go from grade 1 through 6. And I guess grade 1 won't affect the dog as a pet at all for its life. But you do not want to breed a dog that has any kind of an issue like that, because people won't buy the pups. They're scared it'll be passed down genetically. So they want $1,500 for her. She has her medal, she has her ribbon, international champion, and you know, pet and everything. I was also looking at some shepherds. I might go check out a few. There's somebody that breeds shepherds not far from me, about a half hour away. And the thing that stinks is, guys, you get up into so much money. These guys, not only do they breed them and they have some young adults, they also do the training. But we're talking, if you want a dog that's just got some decent bite work and some different things, that's a young adult, you're going up to $3,500 for $4,000 quick. You know, and that's not even that's not even trained in several things. That's just, you know, obedience trained and some bite work. I mean, because some of these places, the reason it's so expensive, some of these places are charging $2,500 if you bring your own dog for them to do classes with you. And that's without, you know, that's with you bringing your own dog to them. So when you factor in getting the dog from them and one that's had some training with it, that's why the price gets so high. But I thought I'd show Goro on video, and he's doing okay. He has a patch of fur missing on his tail. Not sure why, but it'll grow back. He's been fully treated for flea and tick and things like that. He does need a good, he's due for a good bathing, and he's pretty good with that, bathing him. He's pretty decent when it comes to that stuff, so no problems there. So yeah, I'm just out, you know, hoping this will help him. And it's just so hard when I go into where their dog bed is and he's just laying there with his head flat on the ground between his little paws on his dog bed, because him and Jade slept side by side against each other, summer and winter, all of his life since he was 6 months old. They've been together from the day I got him when he was 6 months old, and he's 10 now. So about 9.5 years he slept beside Jade, and I'll go pet him and I'll say, "You okay, bud? You okay?" And he'll have his head flat down between his paws, and I'll see his eyebrows moving where he's looking around with his eyes, but he just keep his head down, and that's not like him. So I know that another dog would help him out. But man, I just don't know if I want to commit. There's just so many thoughts in my head right now, guys. You know, my goodness, if I could have Jade back, I surely would. But it has gotten just a little bit easier, believe it or not, with one dog. Even though I have a door, I let him out and into a fenced yard. And, you know, the reason I think it's kind of easier is because sometimes when you have two dogs, if they ever have to go to the bathroom at different times, when you only have one dog, you know, they have to go to the bathroom, or I mean, they have to go outside, and that's that. But when you have two dogs, sometimes one may have to go before the other one does, and then you just let both of them out and then get caught up in that. You know, food was never an issue, the dog food. Jade never ate very much. You know, dog food's not that expensive anyway. I mean, I buy a decent grade dog food. It's not the lowest you can go. It's not like Old Roy from Walmart, which I don't know if there's anything wrong with that. So I'm not going to, you know, cut you down if you use that. But I go with a brand that, like, the first ingredient is chicken, if you look on the back, and not filler. So it's like chicken, and I think sometimes it's corn. I can't remember. But, you know, a couple of the first ingredients aren't just a filler. And I think that's decent. The food that I buy for these guys, it's by a company called Diamond Dog Food. And the kind I get them is the chicken and rice. And I don't know why I'm saying them. Jade's not here anymore. But the kind of food that I feed him is chicken and rice. And the food cost $38 and change for, I think it's a 40-pound bag. I think it's 40 pounds, yeah. But overall, he's doing good. Like I said, he needs a good grooming right now, but he's good. That's all. He's just a little dusty from the summertime laying. What he would do is in the summertime, he'd go out back and lay where there was some grass missing in the sun, and he'd get some dust on him and stuff, you know, from the ground. No, nothing big, just dog stuff. Come on. Come on, come on. Guys, I'm going to be doing a review of an Armor Guard holster I got from Pete from the Armory channel. I was actually really surprised when he sent me pictures of this holster, what it looked like. It's a Kydex holster that has the, quote, leather look to it. And I gotta say, it's one of the best looking Kydex holsters I think I've seen. I like it better than the way Bravo Concealment looked. So that review is going to be coming up soon, probably tomorrow. I'm going to do it this weekend here. But I was really surprised. I had a few bad things happen, guys, to me in a very short period of time. And one of them was Jade having to be put down. I said I wasn't going to let her suffer. I wasn't going to carry her out. I know she had been deteriorating in health. She was 14 years old. And it just happened quickly. You know, she probably had pains in her back legs and I never knew it. But all of a sudden one day, couldn't find her, go outside, and I hear something moving back in the brush. And I got a pretty good size yard. For being in the city, I got a pretty good size yard, fenced in. And I went to get her, and she was trying as hard as she could to walk. Couldn't do it. Couldn't even get up on her back legs, really. She was crawling. So they did examine her when I took her in and found that it was not It was not an injury that she had just sustained. It was a deterioration of her hips and due to age. And they examined it, and the conclusion was that the only option was to put her down. Sometimes in life things happen, you know, that you gotta see your way through. See, this is why I can't take him hiking, is because, which is fine, but we've only been walking about maybe 15 minutes, and he just stopped and put his head down, and I didn't pull him or yank on him, and then he just sat straight down in the grass. So he's tired, or I hope it's not his hips bothering him. But we've only been walking for about 15 minutes, and it's not hot. It's actually cold out. So that's why I can't take him hiking with me.